And then finally we have Cart66. Cart66 is a paid plugin by Cart66. It costs $89 a year per site. That $89 a year gives you support for one site. You can buy the developer's version, which I did, for $200 and some odd a year. But the fee is per year. And it doesn't have any extensions at all. It doesn't really need extensions in that regard, but it doesn't have extensions at all. It has it pretty much just exists as it exists. And this means that it is actually very easy to set up. Cart66 is probably the simplest one to set up. And the reason that is because it has very limited features. We're going to see that here in a minute, but essentially it has probably 25% of the feature set of a typical shopping cart plugin. Now that means that it does its 25% really well, and it's quite easy to set up and make work, but it does have a very limited feature set. It's not part of any kind of an ecosystem, which means that it doesn't have anything specifically that it integrates with sort of automatically. It can integrate with a bunch of different things, but it's not part of any larger family of plugins and themes that work especially well with it. Its biggest weakness actually is its hype versus reality. It does a very good job of sounding like it's going to be able to do the job. You'll notice here that it says over and over again that it does memberships and subscriptions. But it actually, in terms of subscriptions, I say it doesn't do subscriptions because it only does subscriptions in one very limited way with PayPal, and that limited way actually prevents you from doing other stuff. And so for all intents and purposes, even though they trumpet the fact that it does subscriptions, it certainly could do subscriptions. They certainly could use normal PayPal payment gateway stuff to process subscriptions, but they don't. And when you look on their support forums, it seems pretty clear that they're long on talk and not real long on delivery. Support requests or forum posts go unanswered often for extended period of time, and in any case, it's just their biggest weakness really is they're long on talk and short on delivery. It also has, as I said before, very limited feature set, and in particular, if you want to do variations or bundles, you can just pretty much choose something else. Now, it seems to me like they're really investing their energy not in their cart, not in Cart66, but in other stuff they're trying to sell, like this Cart66 Cloud. And they have other things too that they, other payment gateway systems that they've put together and stuff like that. But anyway, it certainly does the job on very simple sites, but you have to take everything they say with a grain of salt and be prepared for it not to work the way that you would assume it would work based on what they tell you.